I guess welcome in to the State of the Shart with Maddie and Tim.
We're sticking with that name?
I think we're sticking with that name. Yeah. I mean, the absolute state of it. The state of things that I've just discovered about you that you don't know your left from your right.
Well, I do. It just takes a little bit longer.
Can you please say exactly what you told me just before about what you've got written in your car?
No, I had it in my car when I first started driving. I had a bit of a sticky note saying "right" on it on the right hand side of the steering wheel, so I knew which way to give.
Which way was right?
Give you're giving way to and stuff like that.
This stemmed from you saying that you're getting a little bit confused at the moment because you've just changed your watch wearing from your right to your left, and now you're getting your lefts and your rights mixed back up again.
Yes, because I know I always had my watch on my right hand.
Yeah.
And if you heard the reason why I swapped, it's probably more embarrassing. I got a new watch, and then obviously the existing watch was on, so I test fitted it on my other wrist, and it was like, I was like, that's a bit tight. Okay, so took it off, and there was obviously extra, links in there.
Yeah.
It took me about an hour and a half to be able to fucking get another link on, and then I was like, okay, I'll put it on, and it was too loose on this wrist. There was a difference. There was a slight fluctuation in wrist density and circumference. So I was like, I can't be fucked taking it off. I'm just going to swap watch hands now. So I swapped. And now it's confused me with my left and right ever since, really.
You know how like people actually say, "Oh, I'm not fat, I'm just big boned." I think you are just a big boned guy. You've got a big wrist, a big dome.
Oh,
you've got a dome for the ages.
I should get a parking spot for it, I think.
The funniest, the image of you trying to wear one of the Tintin Legionnaire hats, is all time for me. But anyway, humiliating. I mean, nothing. You don't do it to yourself.
No, I've done
it's not like you've been
self-inflicted humiliation.
It's not like you've gripped it too tight. You've choked it up and.
Yeah. Well, I'm all shaft and no head.
Yeah, I'm all foreskin, no shaft. So, geez, this really is the state of the shard, isn't it? Of course, Matty, famous or infamous, some would say, for Shit Piss Mondays with Matt Jordan.
Yep. Yeah. That was a time to be alive, or nearly not.
Yeah, or nearly not. COVID times and Shit Piss Mondays. I guess this is shit chat. Today's Wednesday, but I don't know what day this will actually go anywhere. But anyway, and I am Tim Naki. Some of you may know me from an Instagram blackjack series that.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Out there on all socials, of course. But anyway, this is probably just going to be a little one. A weekly occurrence where we sit down, shoot the shit. Hopefully. Yeah. If you guys enjoy this enough, shoot the shit, talk a bit of sports. Not too much sports.
A little bit of sport.
Probably not too much. Well, when I say not a lot of sport or not too much, not today because we don't know when this is going out. If we're talking about, I think we could say as we record this, the Wires are playing the Broncos this week at Mount Smart.
Mount Smart.
When this goes out and it's NRL playoffs time. Don't read into that too much. You can just gloss over that. But look, I want to start you off. I've got I'm just going to segue straight in here, Matty, to a great hypothetical that I've got for you that I discovered the other day whilst watching a little bit of short form content myself. Nate Bargatze, is it a Fugazi? Is it a Fugazi? Nobody knows. He has this piece where he talks about if he was like sent back 100 years into the past. He doesn't think that he'd be able to convince anyone he's from the future. Right? You with me? So, I've got a question for you because I'd love to know what your opinion's going to be on this because I think it'll be fucking out the gate. What time period, or like how far back do you think you could go and convince someone you're from the future?
Just trying to think if there's anything medically done to me that could help me prove something. You don't want to go too far back because they'll end up just killing you.
Yeah.
Which you're a witch or
so I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, we're not Americans, but right. I don't know why this is where my brain went. But if if you went back to September 10th, 2001, and you said, guys, they're gonna hit the towers. Like,
I think if you told the right people, they're probably like, yeah, we know. Shut the fuck up.
It's the conspiracy hour with Maddie and Tim.
Let me put my jet fuel hat on.
Jet fuel don't melt CBs. But sorry, so you go back there. I couldn't. If I went back there and I was like, fucking, they're hitting the towers tomorrow. They just throw me in Guantanamo and go, he was in on it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell them enough to let them know I was from the future. Like, at what point, like, how do you actually, where can you go and convince someone? Like, how far back could you go? Because I know Techman Rob in the production studio here has an answer for me. He reckons, he hasn't told me yet, but I want to know where you think you could go.
I'll probably a couple of 100 years ago.
And how?
I'll just invent the iPhone or something.
But you won't. But you could.
I'm just going to think of something like something pivotal that I'd be like, I mean, you could probably go back to caveman time. They'd just beat you to death, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not made of stern enough stuff to survive that. I would just die.
Yeah.
You'd be of the gathering type, I would think, hunter-gatherer ages.
Oh, that's flattering. Thank you so much.
So, size a sign of wealth back then. Emperor.
Yeah.
Emperor Jordan.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah. Genghis Khan.
It's a tough one, I guess. I'm just trying to think. It's hard to think of like a significant thing that you'd be like, okay, I could just invent. Oh, so like this is going to happen.
That's it. Well, then
you could say, go back to say Pompeii's going to erupt.
Yeah, but then they just go, which? Well, you go back 100 years and you're like, oh, we'll just call them. How do we, with the telephones or satellites? And then they go, oh, how do these satellites work? I don't know. They just do.
It's
They're
a
just
hard
up
sell.
there. They're just up there.
It's a very hard sell, especially satellites, to be like, that's not, even now I struggle to believe that they're real.
Like,
I mean, I know they are. I mean, it's not, I'm not questioning the science.
Jesus, that's okay. That's a bombshell. Matty doesn't believe in satellites.
He doesn't believe in science.
Yeah. Elon Musk's of the what is it? Lizard descent.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, well, that's it. You could zap me back 100 years right now, and the only thing that would maybe look like I'm from the future would be my clothing. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
That
would be the only
people
thing
just
about
think
me.
you dress like a fuckwit.
And more importantly, yeah. Well, they think that now.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, you always dress like you're kind of active, but you're actually not.
No. As I sit here doing
so
three fuck all. I do have a blue V in front of me to give the appeal of a.
It's not sugar free though.
No. I'm full fat. I'm a full fat guy.
Yeah, I can't afford that.
yeah. Who's skimming? I mean, it says a lot about a man when he's on the skims. But you had a good answer for me, you reckon, didn't you, Rob? Or is this just a complete crock of shit?
No, it's a good answer. So I'd head back to the year 0.
Okay.
And I'd go and find this guy called Jesus. And I'd be like, hey, look, one of your mates, all right, is going to stab you in the back. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm from the future and I know this. And I'd hope that Jesus would believe I'm from the future because, obviously he's would Jesus. Know. He's all know. Well,
you might be
he's
looking a while there.
No, I think that would be my plan, is just go and sort that out.
Do you think Jesus might have just been the first magician?
Maybe he was from the future.
I always have this theory that like Jesus was just like the first amateur magician, and like he was just pulling off, real simple shifts, moves of deception. And everyone's like, geez, that Jesus guy's pretty crafty, isn't he?
Well, he's a chippy, and he's just trying to slip it through his cashies. But I don't know if you're going to be finding him.
Back in 2000? Yeah. Actually, that says a lot about you, Rob. You're a believer. To think you would go back there and definitely find him.
Get your foreskin out.
I'd have to
Let's see which way
go
you go.
back to my Sunday school knowledge and try and remember what my Sunday school teacher taught me. But
were you actually? I should know this about you. Are you raised Catholic, Rob?
I'm like the Bart Simpson. Like went to Sunday school and caused havoc.
No. Really?
Yeah.
But you were going to say you're interfered with or something. But anyway,
as he checks his watch, that's your left hand, eh?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Now, sorry, it's not your right.
Yeah,
okay,
it's the tug hand.
He's going to be all right. You're taking this news better than I expected. He's lost his left hand. He's going to be all right. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I don't know where I could go back to. There's no. I don't know. I could go back to 2003 and say, hey, shit, this horse Mackay Diva's pretty good. She's going to win the next 3 Melbourne Cups. But they just go, oh yeah, she's a good horse. She probably could. Yeah. There's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be looking through the sports almanac, wouldn't you?
That's it.
Trying to go full noise.
But then butterfly effect, Rob goes, well, but then if you back the living shit out of something, is that going to change the trajectory of,
Yeah, I mean, not in New Zealand, it wouldn't. I mean, TAB New Zealand's not going to influence any global markets or anything.
No, I actually have a great yarn, punting yarn later whilst we're talking tab. But anyway.
Oh, well, fill your boots.
Yeah. I'll get to that later in the piece
my guest.
when we get to the punters corner. I will be your guest. Thank you. Okay. Well, shit. We didn't really get too far with that. No one's got a definitive answer, so that kind of sucks.
Well, no one knows how to fucking do anything. No one knows if any, like, if I knew how to invent something,
Yeah,
I'll invent the fucking iPhone before it's invented and go, get that up, you gunga.
Yeah.
Or you go back and invent fire or a wheel.
The wheel. Go.
Yeah.
Fucking that's what you do. When was the wheel invented? That's when you go. That's where you go
Look
back
that
to. That's when you
Oh,
go
my
back.
hand's
That's
right in front of
exactly where
his
you go back to.
Look that up.
You go and invent the wheel the year, the day before fucking whoever the wheel inventor was.
Yeah.
Or sliced bread. Yeah.
Now
the
you're
best-
talking.
Yeah. Actually, give me sliced bread over the wheel any day of the week. Oh, fuck. Oh, very good. Well, what we've discovered about one another is that we're all completely fucking hopeless.
Invent Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Satoshi Nakamoto? Is that
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, well, apparently he's not a real person. It's
Well, I heard that it's some. This is quickly becoming a conspiracy theory podcast. I have heard that.
everyone loves it. It doesn't mean we believe it. It's just funny.
No, I don't know.
It's
It
just
is
funny.
I
I saw something.
some white guy called Jeff or something. I can't remember his name.
No, it was like the American government or something that invented it. Apparently, this is the conspiracy theory, and Scottie Pippen was sitting on like a stage with someone who was a representative. And like, oh, you've actually met like the Japanese guy's name or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I met him in the 90s or something like that. And like, you see the guy from the government go, like, that. And I was like, what the fuck's this about? I didn't realize that. I didn't know the backstory behind the conspiracy theory.
Right.
But everyone's like, oh, look, because he's looking at him like that. He's like, what the fuck's this guy bullshitting about?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past Scottie Pippen to bullshit though. He's a bit of a. He's
Sounds
down and out at the moment.
It sounds like more of a Rodman type thing to do, though. No,
Disparage Rodman at your fucking
Dennis-
your peril.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah,
I'm running a Rodman.
he's on the rebound, mate. He's
jumper.
coming back.
I'm running a Rodman jumper.
Oh yeah,
Not right now.
never watched him play in your life. You fuckwit.
No, I know. I was alive actually. Yeah.
Played with my uncle.
You what? Mated with your uncle?
I played with him.
Oh, fuck off. That's illegal in most countries, I think. Possibly all of them. Yeah.
Isn't he a goat?
Oh, my days. Oh, well, I think that's probably enough from the conspiracy corner, Robbo. What do you think?
we should have a.
No, but you can add it in later.
We should have like a thing that flashes every time a conspiracy.
Yeah. If we could have red lights, yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Conspiracy corner.
Like inspiring.
Yeah. That's actually good.
And then across the screen, it just has like red conspiracy, like warning, conspiracy bullshit.
Okay. Moving on, I feel like this is just me testing your knowledge on various different obscure things, Manny. But you do consider yourself somewhat...
Ask me what left and right is. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to leave lefts and rights out of it. But that considered, you consider yourself quite the movie buff. And I would say you are quite...
Well, that's,
you have...
I've never claimed that. You've put that
No,
moniker on me.
you have an outrageous, obscure knowledge of just the most fucked up, weird movies. And look, I'm here for it. With that said, I want to play a game with you. And it's called, I guess it's called Explain a Plot Poorly. I'm going to explain a movie plot poorly, and you are going to have to try and guess the movie. They're pretty short and sharp, most of these, bar one, really.
Yes. Go on.
Yeah. Okay, so are you ready to play?
Yes.
Explain a plot poorly. I think 3 out of 4 will give you a prize.
Oh, sounds sexual, but okay.
We'll give you a dog treat. Okay, number 1 is a monk recruits a teenage boy to commit an act of terrorism. Cricket's time.
A monk.
Cricket's time.
A monk.
A monk recruits a teenage boy to commit an act of terrorism.
Well, it could have been Bulletproof Monk, but it's not that.
Jeez, no smiles for terrorism, by the way. We're
Oh.
very anti-terrorism on the show.
I perish the thought.
I'm sure it's all yes.
An act of terrorism. A monk.
It's so easy, like when I actually am able to see the answer here.
But the act of terrorism isn't an act of terrorism. He just obviously fucks something up. Surely.
Well, depends. This one actually could be seen as, depending on what side you're on, an act of terrorism.
God,
We've never seen. I'll tell you what. We've never looked at the story from their side. Really. I'll give you a hint. It is a massive, massive cinematic universe.
A monk.
A monk.
Well, with cinematic universes, what have we got? Marvel.
It's not Marvel. I've said too much.
None of them are that good. It can't be DC. There's not much of a universe there. We got Transformers.
No. Oh, I got to stop saying no.
Yeah, and then
I'll give you so many. I'm going to have to press you for an answer.
oh, no, sorry, I've been distracted by the dogs.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the spot now. Why don't we come back to it?
Okay, I can circle back to you. Okay,
cycle through.
I think you'll be able to get this one. A 13-year-old boy is tricked into sleeping with a grown man every night. He and his friends try and track down a convicted murderer with the help of a furry.
A boy is convinced to sleep with a man.
A 13-year-old boy is tricked into sleeping with a grown man every night. He and his friends try and track down a convicted murderer with the help of a furry.
Harry Potter?
It is Harry Potter. It is. Which one?
The Prisoner of Azkaban?
That is correct. Well done, good sir. Scabbers, of course, an absolute creep. Yeah. A creep of a grown man.
He's watching a plethora of ginger boys.
Yes, discovering themselves at an adolescent age.
Finding feelings they didn't know they had.
I feel like it is not touched on enough just how creepy that is. But anyway, have you seen they're rebooting Harry Potter with, I don't know if you're much of a Potter man, but they're redoing the series.
Yes,
and they've
people are upset about it.
the casting of Snape.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got an all year round tan.
He does. I don't know why they're trying to be so fucking, why they need to deviate so much. Because in the books, he's like abused for how pale he is.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't care less. I don't know why they're making a TV show.
I mean, I tell you what,
it's a money grab.
If they now abuse him for the color of his skin now, that is a very, very different appeal.
Yeah,
that is very different. It's very different than bullying the actual Snape for being too pale.
Maybe it's based in America or something. I'm not sure.
Don't actually know. Do you see they've also cast John Cena to play the role of the invisibility cloak?
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah,
yes.
very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so you're 1 from 2, but you actually haven't answered one.
Yeah.
So you're 1 from 1
I'm
kind
coming
of.
back to it.
1 answer, 1 correct.
Carry on.
I don't know if you'll get this. A divorced dad murders a beloved children's icon, then steals his identity.
The Santa Claus.
Fuck, that is good. That is fucking good. That is so good. Oh, wow. I thought I had done that so well, the explaining of it. Fuck, that's good. Oh, well done. Well done. All right, this one is, I've only got 4. So this one is, an anal young woman bites off more than she can chew when she tries to take on 2 guys at the same time.
Backdoor Sluts 9.
Fucking hell. It's Department of Double Penetration, Volume 3. I was going to go Backdoor Sluts 9. I was the South Park reference. I was going to do it, and I changed to it. Then I was like, no, I'll change
that
to it. That
would have been fucked if I had got that. You would have just been like,
I would have been so gutted. I would have been so gutted. Yes, I changed at the last minute before to from that fictional South Park one to an actual anal porno.
You should have gone erotic liaisons with Emmanuel.
Well, I've got to make, this won't be the only time we do. Yeah. Oh, Naked and Wild. Yes. Fuck it, hell. That's very good. Do you know what? I thought I was going to throw you with like a sexual thing and then the answer actually being a porno. Yeah. I was like, oh, he's going to be racking his brain as to what this could be. You know me too well.
Oh, no, the monk thing.
Yeah.
Come on, it's in there somewhere. It's not presenting.
Oh, you
itself
absolutely have this in your repertoire.
Yeah, it's just not presenting itself to me, which is a bit annoying. Recruited by a monk.
Yeah.
That's the
monk. I would say in this instance is a vague term.
But not be like a priest or something.
No. It's not like that.
Jimmy Savile.
More like a monk-like figure, like a wise, the wisdom of a monk.
Yeah, well, I initially thought it's Doctor Strange, but he wasn't a teenage boy.
You just think of like cinematic universes as what character it could be seen as being like all wise. All wise he is. Or would it be is he? Oh, come on. That is like, I could not give you a better hint if I tried than that one. Okay, we're going to have to call it.
I'll hear it.
Star Wars A New Hope.
Oh, God.
I thought you'd be a Star Wars nut, or at least know them.
I wouldn't think of Luke Skywalker as a teenage boy, to be honest. He probably was, but
He was a teenage boy.
I'm not questioning that. But I wouldn't think of him as a teenage boy. I was thinking like 13.
Oh,
not like,
yes.
not like 18, 19.
Well, I believe you're a teenager till you're 20.
Yeah. Well, technically speaking,
Well, ask Bonnie Blue. She'd know.
ask R. Kelly.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, he can't save us at this point. Well,
Have you seen that interview? It's yeah, he's been asked about teenage women. He goes, "When you say teenage, like, what do you mean?"
Do you like teenage girls? When you say teenage, how are we talking? Girls who are teenagers.
does he not ask for? He does not ask for definition of a teenager.
And the guy's like,
Guilty.
Girls who are teenagers.
Oh my God! Oh, I have not seen
It's
that.
just like, and it was in like the 90s or something.
Oh,
and everyone's
wow.
like, how did this slip through?
Guilty. Yeah, that is so bad.
Oh, the peddler.
Fucking hell. I would say that's exceptional. You've missed Star Wars, but you've absolutely. I'm going to give you a full tick for Department of Double Penetration Volume 3.
I think I deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Full curveball.
It really was. That's why I went with it last too. You've done exceptionally well there. I'm fucking impressed with that.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking? Just it's what is that dog doing? As a little bit of a sidewinder, I could do it for slots and just certain things on slots.
Yes. Well, I think next time I had this prepped for you for today. I think Rob can pick him, and you and I have to both at the same time try and get him. But I'm actually a little bit concerned to take you on after that. Your talk's just off and gone.
Can't go anywhere.
No. But shit, that is exceptional work from you, Matthew Son.
Yeah, well, it's all in a day's work. I'm quite stoked that you thought the Santa Claus was going to get me good.
I don't know how you've got the Santa Claus and missed on Star Wars.
Just
That's going to outrage so many people.
yeah, well, it's probably one to get wrong. If I got it right quickly, everyone's like,
I guess like when you
nerd alert.
Oh, geez, that is well done.
Yeah, well
done. Some of your better work, I would say.
yeah, that's not hard.
All right.
Well, So yeah, you didn't come to Vegas.
Yeah, no, I missed. Great segue. I missed talking about being vacant. My hotel room. I didn't make it. No.
They knew you were like when I got there. Planet Hollywood knew that you weren't coming.
I told them I wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
I didn't know that though. I was going. This room's going to be comped, and the guy who's comped
No. I made sure of it. I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah. Well, you would.
Yeah, actually, I would. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
I think Kern was far more worried about it than I was.
I had you guys set up so far out.
No, but like, about getting there and then and I'm like, don't worry, I've got emails, mate. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, like we're 100%. It's fine. I said, and if we're not, we can just book a room when we get there.
Yeah. It's not a busy time of year.
I said, yeah. There's like literally 1 million rooms there as well. Like when I stayed there last time, I was like, oh, can I stay another night? And they're like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I forget how many thousands of rooms there are at Planet. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think I've used up all my comps there. Like, I haven't stayed there for well over a year now, and they still let me get free rooms for friends. So
it's a great place to stay. Like not in like perspective like our Flash or anything. It is. It's just like right in the fucking meat of everything.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's enough shit in there. It's got all those shops and stuff in there as well.
Yeah.
Got lost there. There's a friggin' cool shop in there with heaps of sign shit as well, like
sports memorabilia. You're a big memorabilia guy, eh?
Oh, I love a bit of memorabilia.
Cards?
Yeah, I've just started getting into cards. I actually got a gift from my ball club because we started doing cards for our players to get all the younger kids.
Matt Jordan, personality of the year.
Yeah, well, I don't get a card, but because I'm not playing Prems anymore. But there might be room. Maybe I'll become some kind of admin role where I can get a card. Like it's kind of like a potion or something in Pokemon, some obscure Professor Oak thing.
Like the electrical charge power card for Pokemon,
that people just discard straight out of the pack. Fuck off. Holographic match, what the fuck is that? One of the guys in our club started making cards, for the players to get all the younger guys, kids interested.
Oh, yeah.
Because they go around and chase them all and get their signed autographs, and they go fucking nuts for them.
Just kids wiping their ass with a Matty Jordan Personality of the Year card.
They wouldn't even bother that.
I don't want this
They'd
fucking
probably
thing.
pick their dick cheese out with it and fucking fuck it down the road. Yeah, but I got a signed set of cards for that for my interview gift for being a sponsor for the club.
Yeah.
Which was pretty sick. Just got to stop the dogs from chewing on it now. But yeah, I've started getting into baseball cards quite a bit.
Yeah.
I haven't hit anything of note yet. It's also quite hard to get baseball cards here.
Yes.
Like, not hard, but you got to buy them and then freight them over. And yeah, I'm talking to Chow at the moment because he's got a mate who's into it. And he's like, oh, you could buy like 10 grand of cards in one hit. And I was like, I'm not sure if I'm that into cards.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Because I think that's probably a good point. Like I love my sports. I've actually just committed to, I don't have an NBA team now, but I've got the other 3 big codes locked in. So you're a Rockies guy, for baseball.
Yeah.
Like just notoriously dog shit year in, year out.
Yeah, apart from like maybe, I think 07 we went to the World Series.
Yep.
But yeah, we seem to, the last couple of years we've traded away all of our good players. I'm like, oh, we're in a rebuild, and there's just no rebuild.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? They've got the coolest stadium though.
Yes. Have been.
Yeah. Oh, have you been to coolest?
Not a game, but
Yeah.
Denver.
I want to go there. They do a lot of the all-star stuff there because of the altitude. The ball goes further.
Do you know what I discovered about baseball? I've just recently discovered this, and it's like actually quite fucked. Is that there's no, well, maybe there's a minimum and maximum, but
there's no cap.
Yeah, on field size. Like the
the
diamond,
field size.
the diamond
No.
is the same everywhere, but you can have a different field size everywhere.
Correct.
Like that's absolute horseshit.
So I like,
it's not uniform.
So I like there's a big green wall or whatever, even though they bowled that stadium and then which is Fenway
Park, yeah.
Yeah, which they, big wall.
Yeah, the green the
big green monster.
Big green monster, yeah.
So like, yeah, it's real fucked. And then some of them they have like part of one side of the field's like way out and the other one's not.
Yeah, like lopsided.
Yeah.
And then it can be some places will be like 350 yards to like the furthest point. Some of it'll be like 450 or nearly.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
450's like that's a big hit, man. Like,
but imagine coming to Mount Smart and you're like, oh shit, boys, it's a 200-meter pitch today. Like, what do we?
Well, it's hard to compare because obviously the diamond that they have to operate on.
Yeah.
It's just the outfielders are the ones who are. I mean, outfielders, I guess they can stand wherever they want to stand. Like if it's going over my head, it's definitely going over the wall. But yeah, it's the other thing with it is like with Major League Baseball is like how fucking in shape they are. Like
yeah,
they're friggin' units. They play like 162 games a year. Well, not they don't. As a player, they don't play that anymore. They might play like 60 or 80 or whatever. But that's like fucking.
Yeah, I know that Shohei Ohtani's an absolute beast of a human being.
Yeah, he's a freak. I can't believe the Angels let him go to the Dodgers. It's like giving
that's the other thing actually.
The franchise with the most money.
So fucked up about baseball is the salary cap thing.
Yeah.
It's actually wild.
Yeah,
like the Oakland, like your Rockies and your A's and stuff. Well, the Rockies, I don't know who owns them. They shouldn't have enough money to be semi-reasonable. But like the A's, maybe when the A's move to Vegas,
I don't know.
They'll turn it around. But
they're building a stadium or something, I think.
Yes, it's going where was it Tropicana was over the road, just like the next one down from MGM Grand, like
yeah. Is it going there?
Yeah, that was being piss bowled for the stadium.
Yeah, I don't know when they're actually going there.
Because I remember seeing a plan for 2027.
They finished in Oakland.
They're going to,
but like so, I don't know where they're going to play.
They've gone to Sacramento or something for a couple years, and then I think it's Sacramento, and then they go. I thought it was meant to be 2027, but that's fucking not happening. Although they do get shit built fast in Vegas, but
yeah. Well, that's the one thing I fucked up when I went to Vegas. I didn't know there again because I'm a fucking idiot. There was a ice hockey game on there.
The Golden Knights.
Yeah, the Knights played.
Oh, we played it. We played today. This is not relevant to this podcast because who knows when this goes out. But my Flames are in the playoff hunt. Must win today.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Still, I know you're going to criticize me. They've got the worst logo I've ever seen.
The Calgary Flames.
It's the sea with flames coming off.
It's great.
Looks like something made in word art.
It's fucking great. No, it is. It's up there with average logos.
Looks like a gas station like logo or something.
Yeah, it looks like a 12-year-old did it at a school project on Word, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's shocking.
The Anaheim Ducks and the San Jose Sharks, two of the greatest logos in sports.
Yeah, the ducks is just fucking next level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the nostalgia.
Yeah,
of-
I kind of follow the Dallas Stars or whatever.
Dallas Stars are good, very good.
But,
Shit logo.
Yeah, again, it looks like
It's just a D with a star.
Yeah, it looks like a dirt bike brand or something.
It does. It almost looks like Rockstar Energy, sort of.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's just fucking crap. But
It is shit.
yeah, I missed out on that. When I got to the States, I could have gone to Mavericks versus Lakers.
What an idiot.
No, well, I'd arrived in the States after all the
yeah.
travel, and I had to go that day, and the tickets were $1,300.
You would. There would be reasonable seats.
No, that was like any seat because it was the first showdown between
Since,
when Luka
the
got traded,
Yeah,
and I'm a
right.
Dallas fan.
Yep.
But I was like, fuck, I don't want to buy a ticket and get there, and I'm so jet lagged. I can't, But I got there, and I don't know how it happened. I ended up just drinking shitloads of alcohol, and I'm
doesn't sound like
glad I didn't
you. Yeah.
go there because I would have probably made it. I would buy myself as well because Loco was.
Man, he just launching from the bleachers. Fucking,
Yeah, you're a bum.
yeah.
You're a bum.
Fuck you, Luca.
Yeah, hitting Jack Nicholson or something.
Yeah. Chris Rock down there. Just,
yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, look, this brings us to a segment which we're going to informally call the Punters Corner. Now, typically we would have this segment to talk about last week's results or this week's upcoming sports, any punts we may have collected on, near misses, things that we like, and we'll try help anyone following along or listening along to take $1 off the bookies. But not knowing when this is going to go out, we can't really touch on too many specific sports. So I thought I might just spin one of my punting yarns from years gone by, the time that I bankrupted the bookie at the Easter Dogs.
Buckle in.
Right, so I'll try and keep this direct and to the point, but I probably will wander from time to time. Now, the Easter Greyhound meeting in Hara used to be it was dog trials, so not an actual formal meeting, and it ran Saturday, Sunday. And being long Easter weekend, and me and the boys were all tradies at this point in time, so it was a pretty big piss bender. Was Easter long weekend, and we'd always go to the Sunday meeting for these dog trials. They had a bookie on course, and he would take bets on all of the trials. $50 max bet, and this guy would just make the odds up himself. So, yeah.
Ad
hoc. So it's already a racket. It's already fucking.
These kickbacks and all sorts.
Oh my days! You've got just the dumbest of the dumber here, trying to take advantage of this bookie. He knows exactly what he's doing. We don't know any of these greyhounds. We don't know. We might know one of the trainers might be one of the boys' cousins. Sister-in-law's fucking dog walker's uncle. We don't know. Excuse me. Yeah. So he takes $50 max bets, and he's making the odds. We had been taking a hiding all day. There was 12 heats, and I don't think a single one of us collected on a single one of the races. So we were licking our wounds a little bit. We hadn't landed a single bet all day. They have a Calcutta. None of us won that. Collectively, if we bought all the tickets, we couldn't have won a meat raffle. We were bad. But once you get back inside, they load up trackside, and the bookie keeps taking bets, and he'll just
oh yes,
yeah, he keeps taking bets. The limit changes. It kind of depends on what you're backing, what the odds are. He'll let you know how much he'll take, and he just pays you tote odds, dollar for dollar, whatever the closing price is. So we're all starting to find a bit of form and starting to clean out this fucking bastard. And we had his cash reserves pretty low. Was it the Dogs? Oh, sorry. So me and the boys, we all started performing pretty well, and we'd collected a few winners off him, and we had his cash reserves pretty low already when I stumbled upon an absolute fucking gem. It was a second starter. I don't know, you probably don't know as much about horse racing, Maddie, and that's okay. I don't know as much about baseball, softball, and obscure movies, but found this absolute gem. It was Bush League Racing, Victoria, Australia.
Ballarat.
Way more bush than that. Way more bush than that. Jeez, the good people in Ballarat will be seething over that one. This is bush. I can't even remember where. I'd never seen this place before, but at Sunday Bush League Racing, and this thing was second up. It had run a first start 6th, And like by all accounts, it had been unlucky, and it had this girl on it, or young lady on it, Michaela Ware, whose dad was a very good trainer in his own right. Banned, but that's a whole other story. And it was paying 101 and 26 fixed. And I was like, fuck, I like this thing. Yeah. So lines, queued up. I get in line to put my bet on, and I get up to him. And asked what he'll let me put on this thing at long odds. And he kind of just chuckles away, and he's like, $50, you can do $50 each way on that one. And like he had the audacity to laugh at me, and as he handed me like, because he prints your bet out on little like fucking paper plus book raffle things. So he gives you.
That's going to be one of my questions.
Yeah,
how does he fucking give you a ticket?
You get a raffle ticket, so you could really cook the books if you wanted to. But anyway, so he gives me my ticket, and like hands it to me, laughing, going, "Rightio, I don't mind taking free money." Yeah, hands it off, and like I'll cut out trying to retell the entire fucking race as it got around, because I've already taken up a moment of your time. But as they turn for home, this thing gets going out wide, and you could just you could hear his asshole puckering like a fucking vacuum seal. And like everyone in this room, there's probably like 80 of us in there just yarring this fucking thing home. And it nutted the hot favourite right on the line. And just, everyone was just fucking losing this shit. I've never seen a man so distraught over a race result in all my life. And like everyone around just like erupts into and screaming, "Pay the man, you've got to pay the man." Fucking like jovial. Yeah. We were fucking having the time of our lives, and finally settled down after like all the high fives, and the tote price that it had closed at was 90 and 30s.
Oh, how unfortunate.
So 50 each way. He owed me $6,000. And he was pretty upset. So he emptied his cash reserves out. Then, because we'd been winning a little bit leading up to it, he had $1,500 and what looked like an old $500 tab voucher, which he threw at me across the table, and he goes, "That's all I've got for you. That'll have to do." Yeah. So he has
They're fighting words.
Yeah, I know. So he has $2,000 for me, and I was pretty fucked off, but like weary that I didn't want to make a scene because we're at like the dog trolls community's all there. I was like, fuck, we're kind of guests here. Like, I don't want to make a big scene. Everyone here's getting fucking pissed, and there's about to be a riot. I said to him, if you can get me to halfway, if you get me another 1,000, I'll take 3K. Like, reluctantly, I was like, okay, I'm winning good money. I'm winning good money. Like, you get out fucking not scot-free, but way better off than you should have.
Be mud for the rest of his life.
Yeah, and the rest of us can still go about having a good night here. He refused to. He's like, "Nah, that's all you're getting." And I was fucking getting pissed off. One of the boys was like fucking arcing up. And probably a time to mention that the guy who was playing bookie, was like, playing bookie at one of these events. He actually was in a let's just say in a government law enforcement role. So yeah. So it's like, but you'd think a man of morals. Yeah. But no. He was just refusing to pay me, and I was about to settle for it and just fucking lick my wounds, take my 2K, and then this fucking 80-year-old ruthless and toothless bird comes over. She's like, "He did the same fucking thing to me yesterday. Take him for all he's fucking worth." And she like starts fucking shaking her Jack and Coke in his face and getting all fucking up there.
Deirdre.
Yeah, this is my now wife. Yeah. I'm in it for the inheritance. So she fucking, and then everyone starts getting on board. He's like, "Nah, he fucking," because this is day 2. He'd been ripping cunts off the day before. I don't know how he was still allowed there. And then the organisers got involved. They grabbed him by the scruff of the neck, and like the main organiser of the event drove him uptown, made him go to an ATM, get the rest of my $4,000 out, fucking drove him back, and then walked him in by the scruff of his neck again, made him pay me my cash, and then send him back to his car and fucked him off out of there. And he never returned to the dogs to play bookie again.
Because he
couldn't afford it. His missus was there. In the background the whole time chirping, "You can't pay him, babe. You can't pay him. We can't afford to pay him." Which, you know what?
If you can't afford to get in the game.
If he hadn't laughed in my face when he took it and said, "I'll take your free money," I might have been a little bit more sympathetic. But fuck him, we beat the bookies. It was one of the greatest feelings of. It's not the biggest punt I've ever won, but one of the greatest feelings I've ever had punting. Watching them put him in the car and to take him uptown to get my cash.
There's probably half a dozen other guys going, "I'll tell you about this time."
Yeah.
Where they scruffed him.
Yeah.
And he took him up.
Oh, I know. Fucking, it was so good. It was so good. And they don't run the event anymore, so hence I can talk about it.
Now the racing in New Zealand's all but done, or will be in the next 18 months.
So we could talk about it now because bookies at those sort of events not entirely kosher, but
that is eyebrow raising scenario there. So Joe Bloggs comes in with a friggin' basically a bankroll and goes, "I'll be the bookie."
Yes, literally. There was a guy. So there was actually once upon a time there was actually two. There was almost like a passing of the torch. There used to be a guy from up this way. No one knows where this way is. Well, they'll put two together. Yeah. And he actually, I don't know if I should say this. Yeah, he actually ran a sports bar, and he would come down every year for it. And and he would play bookie. And he was an elderly gentleman. And then the last few years they ran it, this other younger fella got involved. And not for long though. We absolutely cleaned him out.
Idiot.
I know.
What was the end game there? Like you got to have a cover.
Oh, I know.
You got to cover your bets.
He should have hedged his bet or something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I fucking just so good.
Oh, what a plonker. Oh, well, there won't be much more bloody dog racing around here anymore.
No, it's gone anyway. So, but those days, all time day on track, you just can't have any fun anymore.
Tell you what, a day at the races, or just going down to the TAB room with your mates.
Yep.
And just sitting there, you don't even have to have $20, $40.
In a Cindy.
And just sit there and you just punt it on stuff, having a couple of jars.
Yep.
Nothing will get the blood racing.
I know. That's what we had a day like that on Saturday just gone. You go down there, everyone puts their, whether it's 20 or 50, you get an empty jug, you put all the cash in it, and that's where the kitty stays. And geez, it's a good time when you just see it fucking full to the brim. More often than not, we're topping it up every fucking second race. But
that's right. Yeah. You just got to make sure there's always one wild card in the group that's just,
that's my brother.
Yeah, just going, hey, where's all the cash gone? And they've just gone and chucked it on like
all
a 40 to 1 or something. And they're like, nah, man. You're like, you've also drank more piss than everyone else, and now you've just fucking sunk us.
That is my brother every single time. He's a bad syndicate man. It doesn't matter how high we get, it is never enough.
Yeah.
There's so many times where we've started off with the boys have put 20 or 50 each in. We might have started with a $200 or $300 kitty. We've got it to 2,000 miraculously, and he's throwing it on a $10 shot, just going 20 grand, boys. It's 20 grand. He's going, we weren't going to settle. We weren't going to get, everyone's from different walks of life. The $400 or $500 that we could have all had to some, is a decent chunk of coin.
Yeah.
And
that's my rent for the week.
Yeah. And he's just going, no. We're never taking that. Yeah. But 5,000 each.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Trying to sell it, it's like a friggin' monorail. So
But
this much.
Yeah, exactly. But fucking every time. But geez, they're the best days though. You get down there, you're almost knocking on the TAB on the sports bar door at 9, 10 a.m. whatever, waiting to get in, and then there's something almost romantic about being there when there's only USA races on.
Oh, yeah.
you're betting at fucking Gulfstream Park or whatever.
The other one is like you're on it so late. You're at is it Singapore?
Singapore. I love it.
And anything goes in Singapore races.
Yes.
Like you sit there and you're like, 60 to 1?
Yeah,
I'll have it. And then you're like, whoa, he's strolled in and done
Singapore's done now as well, unfortunately. Yeah. But there was, you'd get like New Zealand, East Coast Australia, like Perth, and then you get Singapore, and now you get like really late in the piece, you get South Africa.
Yeah.
And then, or Ascot in the UK.
Or the dog racing in the UK when they've got the staggered boxes and everything.
Yep.
And you just bet on the box number.
Yep.
And it's just like, that's degenerate. When you're out there late, you're just like,
good fun.
And you just can't bet on certain things. You can't do certain things on the UK dogs. Like it's just like
it's pretty much like win or lose, win or loss bet. Win or place. That's it.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's good fun. I feel like having one of those days now.
Well, we could.
I got a flight soon.
There's a TAB down the road.
We could go. We could dabble.
Be rude not to.
It would be really. Oh, jeez. Whoa. God, I love the punt. I've just G'd myself up.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, let's have a go.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So what do we need for an outro? Well, that's it from us at State of the Shart. I hope you've enjoyed the show, and you'll be back next week doing the pilot. But at least we forget.
We had a bit of a blow up. Well, we blow up with. There's a lot of things on the cutting room floor for that just because we can't afford to have our podcast shut down.
There'll be a
one.
few bleeps along the way. There may have to be a few coverings of the mouths for the sharp lip readers out there.
Yeah. But it is brought to you by Pod Studios.
Yes,
Studio
yes.
space.
Episode 1 brought to you by Pod Studios, the
Yes.
greatest podcasting studio place available in New Zealand, allegedly.
Yeah, Auckland specifically, if you need
Yes.
a studio space to do your podcasts or content filming or anything, it's hopefully we'll have some pictures up of it sooner rather than later. And
Oh,
yeah,
it really is, and I'm not just saying this, state of the art. State
Yeah.
of the shart.
it's as good as you get it. It's better than doing a podcast in your garage with a couple of smart devices or something.
Yeah.
You've
That's,
got the equipment. Come in, put your your portable hard drive in.
Yeah.
Press record. Bugger off.
Yeah, we have
Job done.
ourselves here a purpose-built podcasting studio.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, not even podcasting. You could probably almost run your own radio station from here. It's that good.
Well, yeah. Don't give anyone any Alex Jones ideas, but
Freedom of speech, baby.
yeah, conspiracy corner.
Conspiracy corner. Where's the red flashing light? It's been an absolute pleasure, Matty.
Yep.
We'll go again. Maybe not same time next week.
At some point next week,
Yeah, we'll go again.
we'll make it happen.
Absolute pleasure.
Good stuff.